Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and I'm back with a brand new video. And today I'm going to take you with me to an Osprey Feeding Frenzy. I know this place which is very close to where I stay. It has a little dam, flowing water and lots of fish. So this place attracts so many ospreys, bald eagles and many other birds who like to feed on fish. Also in this video, I plan to give some tips to Sony users, especially in terms of focus areas. Uh, in scenarios where the bird is actually diving in and hitting the water and grabbing a fish. I kind of realized that certain focus areas don't work well in that scenario. So I'm going to share my experience with you guys on that as well. So let's not waste time. Come on. This is the place I love taking the osprey photos. It is not very far from where I live. Nice little dam, lots of flowing water and abundant fish. Before I jump into bird photos, I want to share something with you guys. There were these fishermen casting a net into the water to catch fish. It was very interesting to watch them do this over and over again. I even got a slow motion video of them casting the net in the water. I never saw something like this before. Isn't that cool? I think it's a very effective and quick way of catching fish. Well, you always learn something new when you are taking pictures. Anyways, let us move on to bird photography now. Well, I looked at the sky and I already see a few ospreys hovering over me. Looks like it is going to be an action-packed day. The sun was behind me and the light was perfect. Let's see what I have in store. Wow, looks like this osprey has spotted something in the water. Look at the concentration in the osprey's eyes. It knows exactly where that fish is. The eyes are locked onto the target now. It pulls its wings back and starts a fast descent towards the water. Well, here is the moment when it touched the water. Look at that intensity. You can feel the force with which the osprey is hitting the water. Just amazing. As a bird photographer, it is not easy to track a fast-moving osprey throughout its descent from the sky. Knowing your camera is extremely important here. What shutter speed, focus area and tracking to use play a very important role. Here was another osprey that came too close in short notice. I had no time to adjust the zoom on my Sony 200 to 600mm lens. If you look closely, you can see how effectively the water has been repelled by the osprey's body and feathers. The osprey's body is naturally water resistant. It makes total sense because a soaked body would make the osprey heavier while taking flight. Nature is just amazing, isn't it? Okay, here comes another osprey all set to catch a nice fish. But now, the clouds have started playing games with me. With a partly cloudy sky, you have to quickly adapt to different exposure settings on your camera. One needs to have a good understanding of the exposure triangle and how to change ISO, aperture and shutter speed to match your shooting conditions. As you can see, the sun was behind a thick cloud and light was reduced drastically. In this case, I had to lower my shutter speed to allow more light into the camera. That allowed me to stay at a lower ISO value and hence a less noisy image. Since Sony A9 shoots 20 frames per second, let us look at the frame by frame sequence for this photo. Well, here comes the osprey with the talons open, hits the water, picks the fish and flies away. Okay, pause. This is the moment when the osprey actually looked at me. It felt as if it was aware of my presence in the area. It is just amazing when your eyes meet with your subject. Well, after giving me a nice stare, it then flew off to a nearby tree for some nice seafood delicacy. If you looked closely at the sequence, a few pictures were out of focus. That happened when the osprey hit the water and came up. This is one of the scenarios where using the zone focus area of the Sony system is not a very good idea. Okay, here is the out of focus photo. If you can see, the camera actually focused on the water at this moment. According to my analysis, this happened because zone focus covers a wide area inside the frame. Everything is good until the osprey hits the water, but after that, both the water and the osprey are inside the zone focus area's margins, and sometimes it shifts from the osprey to the water. Through practice, I have learned that using the large flexible spot focus area works the best for such scenarios. Once the osprey is locked on, the flexible spot area doesn't move away from the Osprey. So if you are only using zone focusing for photos of birds fishing, try using the flexible spot function of Sony. In my opinion, you will get better results. Okay, let us move on to the next photo. Well, this photo is special for a reason. I have always seen birds catch fish like crappies or catfish at this place. I wasn't sure what this fish was, so I had to reach out to a few friends who are into fishing and they confirmed that this was a white bass. Let's zoom on that fish. That looks like a really nice sized white bass. This osprey has earned itself a very nice meal. Here is another osprey grabbing the fish right by its throat. Now imagine someone piercing a bunch of hooks on your throat and lifting you up. That must be really painful. I feel bad for this fish. These ospreys show absolutely no mercy when it comes to fishing. Okay, let us shift our attention a little away from the ospreys. There are some other birds that hang out in this area, so let us check them out. This heron was strange. It stood along the banks and caught this tiny fish. After it caught a fish, every time it would turn its head sideways and take a look at the fish. I had no idea why it kept doing that. Maybe it had a damaged eye that forced it to look at the fish through a certain angle, or maybe it was just a habit that couldn't be taken away from it. Watching this bird was strange and funny at the same time. Well, this bird caught a nice catfish. I always feel cormorants are very underrated birds. I mean, look at that beautiful blue eye. It looks like a gem surrounded by these little white diamonds. Isn't that awesome? If you photograph this bird with some nice light on it, you can really appreciate its beauty. This place has abundant cormorants and they are constantly active right in front of you. Well, this was one of the last shots of the evening for me. I was extremely happy with today's session. As I headed to my car, this eastern bluebird was perched on a tiny branch with some nice light on it. I couldn't hold myself back from snapping a photo. Such a cute little bird. Wow, wasn't that amazing? I mean, seeing so many ospreys just diving non-stop in front of you and grabbing a fish, it's just a mesmerizing experience. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. Remember, your support is going to take this channel a long, long way. So until next time, guys, see ya.